Hi there, my name is Sola John, and this is Man Making a Difference Every Day. Thank you for joining this podcast. Today, I'd like to talk about how we care for our body as guys, as men. How do we take proper care of our body? I know that sometimes ladies don't like men who, are too concerned about their body. But now it's not about whether people like it or not. It's about you. How do you care for your body? Many years ago, I remember I lived in the same room with a guy. We were on a course that is about the space of a year. And this guy was exceptional, a perfectionist to the core. That is what some women will say. He behaves like a woman. But guess what? It makes all of the difference. The care of the body is not for what people say or what people think. It's for your own health. It's for your own benefit. It's for your own. It's for your own peace. When you are well taken care of, you feel good about yourself. And why did I say that women don't like men to be too concerned about their body? I remember our son, our first son, when he was very much, a little boy. I mean, when he's going to sleep, he keeps his slippers in such a way that when he stands up from the bed, he's putting his legs into it. And then in boarding house, a couple of times he won the neatest child. And my wife kept complaining that he's behaving like a girl. And I said, but you are like that. You are that neat. And then the boy has taken it. And she said, no, if it was a girl that took it, she would like that. So sometimes if a man is too concerned about his body, he's considered not a hard-working person or a lazy person, or he behaves like a woman. Don't worry about that. That's not what we're talking about. I'm talking about the fact that the care of your own body to such an extent where you limit how you have to see the doctor because certain things go wrong. And I think we start from our hair. I don't talk so much about hair because I don't have a lot of them, and people I don't want people to think I'm jealous that I don't have hair, so I talk about hair. But jokes apart, how often do you cut your hair? If you want to keep afro, how well do you take care of it? What cream works best for you to remove dandruff? How best do you give that cut in such a way that when you look at it, you feel good? Sometimes I see guys with haircut and I'm like, whoa, this is great. And I see some guys, they don't cut their hair, but oh no. If they give me something to eat, I won't take it. Oh, some say they want to keep dread. And I think if you want to keep dread, you've got to really be neat. Because when I see ladies plait their hair, there's a level of neatness that I see that guys that keep dread, I don't see it. And I'm like, why would this guy just choose to do this to himself? If you're going to keep dreads, I think that you need to have the best of the cream that keeps it shiny. You have to keep relocking and all of that. But the care of hair is one sign to show the kind of person you are. Oftentimes people will not talk, they just observe and then they go. But your head says a lot about you. If you don't take care of your head, then how do you take care of your mind? I remember several years ago, I was talking with a guy, and then we were having argument back and forth on a particular issue. And he told me he had a dream, and in the dream he was keeping bush hair. And when he woke up, he realized that he cut his hair some days before then. And it was about the ideas in his mind. Your hair has a lot to say about your mind. If you have no zeal, no desire to maintain good low haircut or to take proper care of your hair, it's a state of a mind that is confused. When you see people who have mental health challenge, some who roam the street, one of the ways you get to know is by their hair. And if you are well, then you should be able to take proper care of your hair. For some men like myself and many others that I know, we cut our hair ourselves. But even if you don't cut it yourself, and then you have your barber that do it, there has to be some regular times that you do that. Every week, every 3 days, every month, and it's kept in such a way that you do your carving such a way that someone sees it and knows that this hair is on somebody's head and the head is used for thinking. So there is a level of peace that comes into it because it's properly taken care of. Oh, how about the beard? Yeah, beard gang is now an in thing, it's a fashionable thing. But some people, you see their beard and you wish they don't keep it. And I tell people, if you can't keep the hair, if you can't maintain the beard, don't keep it. To have beard is to be ready to work, is to be ready to carve it as interval, is to be ready to have the best of cream that can take care of your hair and take care of your beard at the same time. They may not be cheap, but if you have chosen to keep it, then you need to take care of it. How about the trimming of it? It varies from place to place. Sometimes keeping certain level of beard tells certain story about you. People mistake your identity for someone else. You want to be careful that if you are keeping such beard, it's acceptable. I know a friend who had a beard where he relocated to another place. He realized that the job he needed does not accept beard. For instance, there are professions that don't allow it. You could be a chef, and then the kitchen you work for doesn't permit that men should keep beard. Or you could be in the military and then they don't permit that. Or you could be in the medical, whatever field you are, you want to be sure that you are not running contrary. Oh, some of us keep it because we have bombs and then it's easier for us to keep it. For whatever reason you are going to keep it, then carving it at interval, using the best of the cream that can help. And yeah, there are times you could get busy, you have no time to fix that. But please, don't let it grow out of proportion. It also tells a story about you. When you are too busy to take care of your body, you are already too busy, and already is telling another story about you. And now, how about our face? Some of us, our body differs, our skin differs. Some, their body can be very oily, so their face gets so oily. And there's something we do as men that sometimes we don't realize. The same soap we use to clean our body is what we use to clean our face. Okay? You can't use the same soap you use to wash your body to wash your face. Sometimes it's not mild enough. And so you need liquid wash, certain kind of, face wash, and then maybe face cleanser, especially if you have oily face. And then you want to make sure per time. Sometimes you want to have powder, especially if you have such kind of oily face. You want to have certain kind of powder that can help to kind of limit how your face get to shine by the reason of the oily face that you have. But face cleanser will have helped also to take care of that, because the more you do that, you have clean face, then the pores, you are able to breathe better. And also you appear, taken care of. I know the climate may be different from one area to the other. In some part of the world you sweat, other parts you don't get to sweat because the weather is not, that friendly for you to be able to sweat. But you want to ensure that you do your part. And then we see the eyes. The eyes themselves have certain kind of food that help to keep them in good shape. Vitamin A, things like carrot, things like pawpaw, and some kind of fruit that are helpful. You need to read more about that. But much more than that is to go for eye checkup, at least for once in a year or like twice in a year. I realized that I used to have very sharp eyes, as you can see, I have eyeballs. But at some point, not too long ago, I noticed that when I'm seeing people from afar, they begin to look blurry to me, and I was concerned about what was responsible. So I visited the optician, and then I was told that I needed, glasses, especially if I want to drive or something, but not for reading. So you want to be sure things like glaucoma that affects people sometimes if they are early, if they are detected early, they can easily be taken care of. Now that's not my field, but just basic care. If you notice, even without noticing, routine check once or twice in a year is going to help to be able to ensure that the sites are functioning well, and also to limit certain food that might give problem to the eyes, and possibly eat vitamin E. Okay, and then we want to talk about the teeth. I'm always an advocate of brushing twice in a day, in the morning and at night before you go to bed. But sometimes in between the morning and the night is that long period where you have not eaten for a while, and that can cause some sort of mouth odor, right? And so you want to have mint with you, or bubble gum. You want to have something to keep your mouth fresh, especially if you have presentation, you are going to talk with people. I saw a video recently, a clip of a lady who a guy had just come to speak to her, and then she just opened her bag and brought out a meat and gave it to the guy, because she probably couldn't cook. And so it's important. Or sometimes you are fasting. If you are fasting, then you want to ensure that you have meat in your bag. I don't know, some people said if you are fasting you shouldn't eat anything. I don't believe that. If I'm fasting, I drink water, and I have meat, because I don't want to be offensive to people when I speak. So taking some water for me helps. I don't want to dehydrate. And I have mint, something around, just to keep the mouth kind of fresh, because it helps. It helps so that you don't become such an offensive kind of person to the people. And for mouth odor, there are certain, if you have toothache, then you need to see a dentist. You're also required to see a dentist like twice in a year for teeth cleaning and washing. And in some cases where you have tooth decay, they do go for extraction, or there are this kind of organic or natural fruit kind of internal body odor remover, that as you swallow them, it cleans the gut. Sometimes certain mouth odor does not come from the teeth, it comes from the gut. Okay, it comes from inside, the kind of food that someone has eaten, a combination of the food and all of that so you want to be sure that your gut is properly clean, maybe by taking probiotics or taking certain fruit or vegetables that kind of clean your gut, and then ensure that your bowels are empty and they are not always constituting problem to you. And lastly, in this podcast, I'm going to talk about the armpits. The armpit. We differ, but usually under the armpit, hair grows. And if hair grows, then it needs to be shaved every now and then. And then when you shave it, you also want to keep it dry, because sometimes when you perspire, when you sweat, it forms some kind of map under your armpit, and is not too good. And the way they make shirts, there's no provision to have some kind of pad under it. I remember I was part of a business case when we were trying to build a business case, and we were talking about making shirt and having some kind of pad under it so that it's able to absorb the kind of sweat that comes, but it doesn't come with pad. And so it's your responsibility to get some kind of deodorant or cologne, or to get some kind of body spray, that is armpit spray, that is able to keep it dry. And as it keeps it dry, then it's not able to soak your shirt, because if it forms some kind of map on your shirt, then it paints a different picture about who you are. It paints a different picture about how you take care of yourself, your hygiene, and you don't want that, right? So you also don't want to wear the inner wear many times. It's usually better you have up to a number, so you are able to change them. Okay, change them as frequent as possible. The neater your clothes, the better your body feels. And also, when we talk about going to the washroom, to the bathroom, to shower, it differs. Some think you should shower once in a day, some say twice. I am of the opinion that one should shower like twice in a day, once in the morning and then once at night before you go to bed, because You shower in the morning because you slept for 8 hours, and then once at night before you go to bed, so that you can wash off all the sweat and all of the stress of the day, and then you can go to bed. And that way you are refreshed. And I believe it's good for you, because as we shower, then the pores in the body can breathe better. And there are certain health conditions that good shower will take care of. There will be a part 2 to this video. Thank you for watching. I remain Sola John, and if you like this video, please share with other guys, especially young boys that are just growing up, so that they know how to take care of themselves. And share, like, and then comment, and then please, you can challenge my thought also, or contribute to what I have to say. Until I come your way next time, I remain Sola John. Thank you. Bye.